Sniff, what's up, baby? Gotta go to the, gotta stop down by the range. So, you see up there, let's talk to a friend of mine that came back from South America. I'm not gonna say where, because pretty much anywhere you go, there's a lot of people who have left from here and moved down there. I have no problem with that. I have an issue with these so pan-African dummies. These are the dumbest people on the planet. And now there are people who have moved down south who consider themselves African or Garifino, or which Garifino, it doesn't mean African. I don't know who made that up, but I've been doing some research on that. And I'm gonna talk to Kira Me. I'm gonna talk to a few other of my friends in South America. Kira Me is one out of about 12. I have a couple of friends who served in the military that stayed down in South America. Even a couple that stayed in the Philippines. They've been there since Desert Storm ended. Like, for real. They've got grown, their grandparents and great-grandparents, for real. So, I only chat with one of the brothers who was in the Navy with me that's been in the Philippines, married a Filipino woman. He's been with her ever since. She's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman, a beautiful woman. You know, real humble and just magnificent. And being an expat, does it mean that you're a dual citizen, or you gave up your American citizenship and became, you know, because a lot of the ones that I know, they have businesses and stuff like that. They took their 401ks, whatever, and it was a lot of money, a lot of fiat at the time. So, you know, some of them could actually live there the rest of their life without work or anything. We have a lot of individuals who go down there and they're looked at as worse than an immigrant, because they go down there for the wrong reasons: drugs, prostitution. You go down there for those things, you're gonna get exactly what you deserve. So my boy was telling me, and you don't hear about it in the news, this guy got set up and he's dead. You know, it's from here. You know, flashing his money, California, big Willie bump spender, you know, thought all that gang, whatever mentality, and go down there and hustle and get, you know, there's a round crowd any and everywhere. And if you go to Russia, they're out there. It doesn't matter. Let me tell you, my first world cruise, I was bumping the poontang. I didn't have to pay for it though. But I you know, after the first couple of ports, that's when I realized, you know what? I didn't like getting drunk because I was a blackout drinker. Now, I drank, but I knew who not to be around. So I started traveling with the individual. I talked about some of the stories, you know, with the guy, the eyes closed like that, for real. The woman with the big solid black eyes pissing on the corner. Looked like she's about 3,000 years old, for real. I met people over in France who were from here, who have been living there for 20, 30 years, expats. But in South America, I don't like saying South, I don't like saying Canada. All this is our ancestral soil, man. All the earth is, really. It's disturbing to see the mentalities in the music industry, this, that, and all these different things. They go to these places and they go and they think, because nobody's seen what they're doing, but been people OD down there too, y'all. You better believe they have a potter's field, unclaimed bodies, cremated, or whatever else they choose to do with it. You know how medicine and science is. A lot. If you want to go travel, be on your best, respect the people, the culture. It doesn't matter who was first and second and third. We gotta move beyond that. You know or you don't know. And if they don't know, it doesn't matter. You accept, you be respectful of the culture. You're going to be wonderful people, as I did. You know, we're getting caught up. And that's why I'm saying I'm tired of this we Indian thing. I know who we are. That's why I only say autochthonous. But regardless of that, if you want to go out to these different cultures and places of individuals, regardless of what you know, you can't go down there on the same precipice of this ideology of we this and we great and we the first ones. No, you can't go with this I'm gonna get drunk, and next thing you know, because you've been clean for 5 or 6 years, some little prostitute comes along and you don't even know what she's sticking up her nose, first of all. And next thing you know, you're partaking in it, and then a week later, you're dead, you've been stuck up, you've been robbed. They got drugs that they can put on your skin, blow on your face, I mean, literally, and have you in control. And you won't even remember that you just gave them everything. I'm serious, y'all. They got stuff, they got individuals that work, you know what I mean? If they feel like you was causing too much ruckus, have you taken out. So it's one thing to be an expat, to have something to go to assist in the people. Like, and whenever I saw the children, man, I was slapping them with $5 a piece. Oh, Omeka, chitlet. No, I don't want that crap. Here, $5. Everybody get $5. I always, every time I went down South America, well, every time I went, you know, whether it was Tijuana, I used to go there just for the food and get the drinks and have a good time. And I was respected because of that. Even MS-13, all those guys would be like, "Hombre, you good, brother. You know, you good, hermano." You know, I'm like, because I wasn't there for no ruckus and problems. And I had people who I served with from Mexico, whose families originally from Mexico. I would go and we would meet their abuela or whatever and stay there for like 2-3 days and eat the best food, man. I'd be out in the yard, up in the wood, having a good time, not worried about nothing. And see, the problem is, I was reared different. Though, put aside the abuse and everything else, I met wonderful people, beautiful people, and they knew not to call me black. They thought I was Spanish anyway, but I would say, look, man, I don't use that term. You're not brown. I'm browner than y'all. And they used to laugh and be like, and they knew, you know, like if you go, what was it? Where did I go? Where they have the spears that they're all over the place. They're not just in a few places in some museum. These spears in Ecuador, is it? Honduras. The spears that our ancestors made, those were weapons. They harnessed energy. They don't even know this. They were weapons. They harnessed energy. They were destroyed by the conquistadors and certain factions. Those big rocks, perfectly round, they used to be launched and could go very far. I'm talking about harnessing the natural energy. There's metal and silica and everything in those stones. We just can't do it now because we've been dumbed down. I was going to bring that up on a podcast, but I said, you know what, let me share it now. So if my brother Kiramio come over here, research it, brother. Like I said, I have a story to tell. You know, people in the fake Cherokees and my mother's side's history want to steal identity because of the Ashkenazis. The common and the long tail, the crack in the dome, it's not what people think it is. Our weapons, we could destroy things a mile up, 20 miles up, 30 miles up. People have a hard time accepting this reality. So if you want to go and be an expat, be on your best. Don't fake it. Have something that you want to give back and partake in and share it with the community. Learn the language. Too many of our people are going, the women, it's just deplorable, going to be plastic. Do you know what it does to the conscience of the people and the doctors? They look at you like, you know, what happened to you? They're not going to sit there and tell you, yeah, you're original, you're Aboriginal. No, because you know, you're not going to see, if you see any African, I don't like using that term because the brothers I know from that land, they know where they originally came from, my generation. Now, this new generation, I think they're conflicted and confused, like everybody else on this earth. But my boy Bowman, he'd tell everybody he was truly one, he was half Ethiopian. And besides that, he was the one that taught me the whole land was Lower Ethiopia and Upper Ethiopia. I was like, what? And he said the other half was Germanic. And I'm looking at him with his little, he had a weird round face. It wasn't round like what we, and I believed him. I met his family. He was a doctor. Came into the Navy, could have been an officer and decided to start as an E1. He wanted to start from the ground up and get all the bases, the hard, he was in his 30s. Here I am, 19, he's in his 30s. You dig what I'm saying? I hope he's still alive in his 90s or he's not. Wonderful brother. Bowman, man, wonderful. He knew he used to run it down to people on Kung Fu Master and all that. Worked at the Sharon Temple. Look, man, I'm telling you, I met some groovy, solid individuals. My Moroccan brother, we was the same age, so I hope he's still alive. I hope he's on YouTube looking for me and he decides to speak up. Love him to death, like 6 foot something. We used to hit the knee knockers. We running, you know, medical emergency or whatever emergency it was, you know, manual battle stations, whatever practice or training. Cheese, cracker, and tea just messed my head up all the time. Anyway, I knew some great dudes. I even knew a guy who was South African, a pale skin, and he says, no, his family had always been there. And I was like, so was you Dutch? You did? He said, no, we always been in Africa. And he used to hang out with the brothers shooting dice and everything. I was like, no, this is an African. And they used to, like, from here, they was like, they couldn't even make heads or tails of it, you know? And I was telling him, John Amos, my uncle, that's acting. Roots. It was a stolen and and then the information was coming out real big about Alex Haley and about the whole spang, and then people were like, well, what do we believe? I was talking about I'm an engine. I don't know what y'all is. And you got to figure that out for yourself. I'm not here to save the world. Like, I'm not here to save anybody. I'm here to give people up a hand and say, hey, look, man, don't be lazy. Get up, do the research, go find out. We belong on this earth. And there's ancestral people who are trying to destroy you. And there are people like us who are trying to destroy one another. And it's sad. So do yourselves a favor. Like, if you decide to go to another country, and you decide you're tired of here and you want to go over there, because it's all my man. No matter what, but you ain't got to go argue on that case and proving it. If you don't know your history, if you don't know your truth, then you just don't know. If they don't know that most of their parents were orphans and this, that, in the 1800s, that's their problem. Or if they came as conquerors or anything, and then they ended up, because the Vatican turned their back on it. You got to know how the whole thing goes on a lot of folk, and then a lot of folk they didn't. Once they establish something, it becomes the norm, and you need to have this understanding. So everywhere you go, drugs and alcohol and all that stuff is the norm. Prostitution, homosexual, pedophiles, all that. Be the best that you can be. And don't go trying to be righteous talking about Jesus saved. Don't even try that foolishness now. All right? They got Muslims down there. They had Muslims down there when I was down there, and it was nothing but mutual respect, because they was really on their deen. They were on their deen more than the ones up here. Running around lying to one another and everything, calm and like Philly, all killing each other, shooting each other for what? Talking about my name is Rahman Salman. Oh man, shut up. Going down there, you're not going to be seen as an immigrant. You're going to be seen worse if you decide to move there. All right? Because it's better, depending on how you moved up here, depending on if you can keep your fiat and everything, it changes. Do yourself a favor. Because I'm dead serious. I don't need no guns like that, y'all. Thinking about going to Costa Rica or somewhere down there. There's towns where they speak English. They look like us. And it's not about the look like us, it's the culture. It's what's established now, and being responsibly respectful. Because if you watching any of these things, man, because we had this little thing where sisters were getting bad about the expat, the passport brothers. Look, they're a bunch of idiots. Not everybody. Get you a passport and you want to travel, go and check it out, have a wonderful time, be grateful, be appreciative. Don't go in there with some emotional unstable ones. They got their own form. All right? Go there being the best you can. Don't be out there on the wee hours of the morning stumbling around the streets, because you set yourself up. You do that here. Come over here where I'm at, where it's beautiful, and walk by the gas station over there 2 o'clock in the morning drunk. You're going to get stabbed up. I'm just letting you know. We got Navajo Bloods and Crips, y'all. I'm dead serious. Come find out. And Mexicans running around Blood and Crips. I'm serious. They don't mess with nobody, but come over here falcing around and somebody need a meth fix or something, and they talking about give it up, and you talking about no, and they do that right there, you stuck. Already you hit 3-4 times. I'm just letting you know. You want to be messing around in the wee hours of the darkness anywhere in the world, out there messing with some girls are going to set you up because they got them here. Go out messing with anybody. They're everywhere. But now if you move it, like you have a purpose, you're respectful. Now, when I'm on here, I talk my smack because I need my people to come together, but I need the world to wake up too. And I'm not going to be talking about anything. I know what I'm talking about. I got to have them get in here. I'm going to be going live. I'm supposed to go read, but I've been running around. I don't like just being up in the house all day. Still going to read. I'm going to do this live with Robel on Facebook, place I can't stand. And I know some of you probably can't be there. I would love for you to be there. My Facebook page is James Branch. Come over and check it out. Nice son, Bill. West Side, a lot of people know. Come on over and subscribe. If you don't have it, cool. If you want to check the live out, go to Facebook Lite. Maybe you can tap in to my page. All right, it's got the same thing. Stop fucking lying. All right, let me go in here and do what I got to do. Get back to the quiz dot. And I just wanted to speak on that because my boy hit me up. He told me the story about what just happened. And I was like, fucking idiots, man. Don't be that fool. Don't be that fool. You know? Don't be that rah. Look at me. Because you just went and worked out, so you got to do this when you're walking around. Don't be that. Don't. Ego gets you dead. Attitude. Emotionally unstableness get you in the damn psych ward. And you don't want to be in the prison down there. That's the first part before the psych. I'm just saying. And you might not be able to get to the counselor to something. So I'm just letting you know. I'm young, but I should be able to enjoy life. Can you enjoy life without alcohol and drugs? Can you enjoy life by doing things, saying things? Be careful in what you do too, because some of them fast roving trips, people die. They get on those things and they go zipping down. Next thing you know, 100-foot fall. The fam's collecting the body, you know, at the border. I'm just letting you know. You dig what I'm saying? With all due respect, you go to the Philippines, go anywhere. Anywhere you decide to go, be mindful, be respectful. Especially if you decide to, oh, this is beautiful. Usually everything that you see beautiful when you first get there, be there for a month. Get you a visa. Be there for 30 days, maybe 60, and then really see what it's really about. Go there with the intentions of setting up shop or partaking in being involved and meeting other expats, so that way you can find out. And be careful when what expat you meet. All right. Some expats from here, born here, families originally from there. Be mindful. All right. Learn languages. All right. So I just wanted to share that. All right. Don't go getting yourself keyhole, whatever you want to call it, but don't go getting yourself dead. Be respectful, embrace the cultures, be responsible. There's going to be everything we see here is going to be everywhere else, sadly. But some places are much more beautiful. They're not what you think they are. All right? So let me get in here and do what I do. I'm going to get home, get set up for this live. Then after the live, I'll go ahead and go and read. It's going to be a little late, but it'll be all right. All right? Number love and respect. I can't see no comments or nothing. I'm over here. I don't even know if it hooked to the internet. Let me turn the internet on. Maybe it'll come on. Here we go. All right. All right. Bluetooth's off. I don't know why the Bluetooth came on. I didn't turn it on. Clear notifications. Hey, what's going on, Scott? Everybody from the bottom. Mikey Hill, Scott. T-Mac, New York City, West Side. Yo, I hope I ain't going to sleep, brother. This thing froze up. I was pissed and tired. Herbo, Rondo, Ganja, Mikey, Humble Finch. Hit that like, y'all, coming in here. Pearl, what's happening? How you doing, beloved? Snoo. Hit that like, y'all. But anyway, and then share it, all right? I didn't come on to be all and share a whole lot. I just wanted to cover that, all right? I'm going here. I'll holler at y'all. Look, I'm right here. Look. They took the sign down, but they got the pressure washing and stuff and spackling and all that. And here we at Gunfighter Canyon. Anyway, chat with y'all later, all right? Man, love and respect.